Are you looking for speaking gigs and you're just not getting anywhere and you're not being found? That's what I'm going to be talking about today. As you're building your personal brand, getting on stages, whether it's virtual or in person, that really helps to build your personal brand. And the good news is that people are out there looking for your expertise. They're actually actively trying to seek people with your expertise. The question is, are you actually showing up? And if you're not, then watch on this video because we're going to be talking about that. So really imagine that an event organizer is searching for a speaker for your exact topic, for what you talk about, what your expertise is all about, and they pass you by without even knowing that you exist. And they're really searching hard for a speaker that can speak your topic. That's a problem. So we want to fix that today. So paid speaking opportunities are out there, but many speakers unintentionally make themselves invisible. So I'm going to be talking about the ways that you do make yourself invisible and how to correct that today. All right, so I'm looking at 5 different mistakes that people make and how you can fix them. Okay, so number 1, as we said before, you're hard to find. There's a visibility gap there because they can't find you. Where do they look? So knowing where they look means you can actually show up on those places. So mostly they will look in LinkedIn. That's the number 1 thing, is looking on LinkedIn to find people that have an expertise in your area. And they're able to search on LinkedIn and do filters through your location, your topic, your area of expertise, what it is you say you do. So they'll be looking on LinkedIn for you. And if you are visible on LinkedIn saying, screaming, I'm a speaker and I do this, you're going to show up, right? They will also look on Google and speakers bureaus. You want to really be visible on those platforms as much as you can. Not posting regularly also affects the algorithm. It doesn't bring you up if you're not that active as well. So you need to be really talking about what it is you do, getting out there on social media, on LinkedIn, and talking about your topic of expertise and mentioning that you're a speaker as well, and showcasing other speaking events that you've been in. If you're using vague titles or jargon in your title to describe what you do, organized can't actually tell what you speak on or what you're about. And not having on your LinkedIn profile, then not having an about section that really explains exactly what you do can get really frustrating. And if it's not immediately visible what you do on your LinkedIn profile, they're not going to hang around too long to try and work out, is this person the right person for us to engage in a talk? They're going to go and find someone that it's a lot more obvious what they do. All right. And if you're putting titles like you're a coach and a mentor, that's fine. But you also want to say that you're a keynote speaker on and mention a topic that you speak on. So that comes up in the title of your LinkedIn so that you're easily found as well. So practical tip here really is just treat your LinkedIn profile like it is your speaking landing page, like it's the place where people are going to go. And when they land on your LinkedIn profile, they're going to be able to see that you're a speaker, and they're going to be able to see that you're someone for hire, and they can contact you. All right. So don't be invisible. Don't be hard to find. That's the first thing you've got to sort out there. So number two, your LinkedIn profile is closed off. So when you close it off, you're blocking opportunities because people can't get the information they need about you. So if you go and have a look at your LinkedIn profile, if you've set on the settings, you've set your profile to private, you're going to be missing opportunities because people aren't going to be able to find you. You want to set your profile to public so anybody can see who you are, because you're open for business. So if you're open for business, you're open for speaking opportunities, your profile needs to be public. There's no such thing as secrecy. There's no such thing as being private. You have to make it public, or else they're just not going to be able to find you. Then when you're putting in your contact details, you've got choices as to how much information you want to give. in terms of your contact details. Again, if you keep your contact details secret and all you've got when they press contact details is the LinkedIn profile they're already looking at, then that's not really very helpful. They can't contact you. And then they'll have to message you through LinkedIn. And if you're not active on LinkedIn, you may find that you go in a month later and check your LinkedIn profile. You see the message there. The opportunity is already passed. Okay. No hiding contact information. Give your phone number, give your email, give people a way to contact you. They are there to offer you business, and you're making it hard for them to offer you business. So please put your contact details and your LinkedIn profile. And then have an about section on your LinkedIn profile that says what you do. Again, I see loads of times this is missing. And then you want a clear call to action at the end of your about section to invite people to book you for a talk. Okay. So you want to make it really clear that you're actively seeking speaking engagements. Another mistake I see is missing professional headshots. Organizations might skip you because they don't trust a blank avatar. You know, the times when you go into LinkedIn and you just see that gray circle, and then the banner, when you go in, there's nothing on the banner as well. That is something that you're going to lose credibility. If you're trying to build your personal brand, they need to see who you are. So the first thing they're going to look at is a picture of you. If there's no picture, there's no trust. It's, first of all, this person's probably not very active on LinkedIn, so there's no point in contacting them, and they've got something to hide. Why are they hiding? Or them just not taking LinkedIn seriously. So you want to make sure that you have a good professional image and add speaker onto your banner and your tagline under your name, so that organizers instantly know what you do. When they come onto your page, they instantly see that you're a speaker, and then they can start to look through your profile and decide if they want to contact you. All right, so don't hide yourself behind privacy settings. Make sure your profile is open to the public, open to potential organizations that want to hire you as a speaker. Okay. Next point, number 3. So number 3, you're not communicating clearly. You're making it really hard for them when they hit find out what you're all about. And the more work they have to do, the less likely they're going to engage with you. They're going to drop off and find somebody else. So bad communication is a missed opportunity for you. So you need to make sure you're communicating clearly what it is you do, what your expertise is in, what kind of talks you can conduct. Okay, so common mistakes that we see is an over wordy or unclear speaker bio. So you want to make it easy to read, fairly short, and just make it clear what you do. Describing yourself in generic terms doesn't help you either. If you say, for example, you're a motivational speaker, that covers a wide range. So what kind of motivational speaker are you? What is your area of expertise? Make sure that you are communicating that. And also not actually listing some of the talks, that the titles that you can talk about, just to give some idea, or not offering a download of your speaker profile. It's always good to have a speaker profile, a PDF that describes with your bio what kind of topics that you talk about, past experience in talking about them, in your contact details. If you can have a speaker bio, a speaker sheet, what we call a one sheet, have that on your profile ready to download, that will help the organizers of any event to really understand and say, yeah, okay, this person's a professional speaker. I'm happy to book them. Okay. So you want to come across as professional as possible and really look like you're taking speaking professionally, right? So that's what you need to do in order to communicate your message more clearly. You can also give really, so just as I said, we don't want to have to try and figure you out. So you've got to make it crystal clear. And really, if it's if I go onto your go onto your LinkedIn page, and if in 5 seconds I can't see that you're a speaker, you've lost my attention. So you really want to make sure that this is a priority that you're putting onto your profile. So what can you do to fix this? Obviously, you want to communicate clearly, have an about section that communicates, give the list of talks that you talk about, and really make it clear at that very first thing when they go onto your page. First of all, they'll see something like, I help whoever achieve whoever through method, whatever, right? So you want to say what it is you do, for who, and how you do it. So they know, they're crystal clear that, okay, you can help my customers with this. Okay. So that's point number 3. Point number 4 is you're missing the call. You're missing the call. This is the engagement gap. Okay. So even if people do contact you, if you rarely check your LinkedIn, I just mentioned this a little bit before, or your email, and people are starting to do that now as well, not checking their emails. If you're in business, your email is your communication tool. I know your phone is handy, but your email is your communication tool, and LinkedIn is the profile that's going to get you the most leads and the most opportunities. So if you're not checking them on a daily basis, you're going to miss a message that is an offer for you to speak. And by the time you go in and you see it, the opportunity's gone. They've either found someone else or the event itself has even passed. All right. Event organizers move quickly. They move very quickly. They're on a schedule to get something booked. They need certainty. They need to know they've got a speaker booked, and they've got things to organize after they've got the speaker booked. And they can't do their marketing. They can't create marketing materials until they know who's speaking, and all the follow throughs that are required to organize an event they can't do if they haven't got a speaker actually confirmed. So they move really quickly, and if they can't get a quick answer from one person, they're going to move on to another and another. Then it's whoever answers first will usually get the speaking gig. All right, so you have got to, if you're really serious about looking for speaking gigs, you've got to make yourself accessible, and you've got to check your messages on a daily basis to make sure you don't miss anything, and be active on LinkedIn so that you actually get invited in the first place as well. Because usually if they can see that you haven't posted anything, and they can see that you're not active on LinkedIn, they're going to find that it's probably a waste of their time messaging you, because you're likely not even going to check the messages, and they really need an answer fast. Even if you're visible and they see you, they may not contact you because they just think it might just be a waste of time. All right, so be active on the platforms that you're on, and also check them regularly for messages. Okay. So a missed inbox is a missed income, actually, when you think about it. If you're missing those opportunities, that's income that you could have had that you've missed. So the solution is quite simple here, is set LinkedIn to send notifications to your email. That's assuming you check your email. So check your email as well. And then check daily. Even just 10 minutes can save you opportunities, right? And consider a VA or an assistant to manage the responses. If you're too busy to handle them, you can have a VA manage that for you. But you don't want to be in a position where you're missing invites to speak purely because you were too busy to look, or you hadn't got into the habit of looking at these profiles on a daily basis. All right, it's really important that you do that. You're just turning business away if you haven't got that organized. Okay, so then number 5, last one, number 5 is building relationships. If you're not building relationships, you're also probably missing out on opportunities as well. So speaking isn't just about being found, it's about being remembered. All right, so once you build relationships with people, they're more likely to remember you when somebody asks them, do you know someone who talks about this? And they're going to say, yes, if they remember. But if you don't build those relationships, they're not going to remember having spoken to you in the past, and you're not going to be top of mind for them to refer on. All right. So if you don't, so how do you do that? You engage with people on LinkedIn, for example. You comment, you share, you connect. And if you don't do that, you're just going to be lost in the sea of a lot of other speakers. All right. So make sure that you are out there, putting your name out there, putting your messages out there, connecting with people and building those relationships. So if you think about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a connector of people. But it's only if you nurture those relationships, right? Don't just connect and forget. You've got to nurture them. So what you could do also is engage with event organizers' posts, congratulate them on events, share industry news, be visible, working in the event space so that you can get invites to jobs. So you want to end up, really the goal of this is to be top of mind for people so that when opportunities arise, your name comes up. You want your name to come up, okay? I hope that's giving you insight into, if you're thinking about becoming a speaker, what you can do to make yourself visible. If you are a speaker and you're not getting the opportunities that you should be getting, you need to look at what you can do now out of those 5 points to improve your profile, your presence, and get noticed, improve your personal branding so that they come to you rather than you having to chase them. All right, so to recap on the 5 points, 1, the mistakes you're making is you're hard to find, so solve that. Your profile is closed off. You're keeping everything private when you're running a public business. You don't communicate clearly, so they don't really understand what you do, so they don't know if they can invite you anyway. You missed the invite or the call for the job because you weren't checking, and you don't build relationships, so you're not top of mind. All right, those are the main points that we have covered today that you can work now to improve upon so that you can elevate your chances of becoming a public speaker or getting more speaking gigs. All right, so final thought really here is just know that there are opportunities out there. There are more opportunities out there than there are speakers. And it's not that you're not good enough, it's that you're not visible enough. Your personal branding isn't strong enough to get you those deals at the moment. So that's what you need to work on. If you want help tightening up your LinkedIn profile and your speaker positioning, just contact me. There's ways to contact me on this channel. You can contact me and we can help you with that. And really also just put in the comments here one thing that you are going to fix now that you've seen this video. What are you going to fix on your profile after watching this that is going to elevate your personal brand and get you more speaking jobs? I would love to know about that. And also, if you've enjoyed watching this video, you think it's valuable information that you've got, then do subscribe to my channel. It does help me if you can subscribe. Also, ring the bell for notifications so that you get notified every time I put a post up or I put a video up. So that's the sharing for today. I've really enjoyed imparting this knowledge. It is important in terms of, I'm involved in inviting speakers for speaking gigs, and it's just such a frustration of mine when I can't find them, and they should be easy to find. So I thought I'd put this video together today just to help you, just to understand what might seem obvious to you when you're saying, yeah, I'm a speaker, I want speaking gigs. But if you're not doing the obvious things to get those opportunities, then you're leaving money on the table. So I just wanted to help you today and help myself by putting that information out in the hope that people will put their profiles up, become more visible so they're easier to find, so I can assign the speakers I need to assign. All right, so I hope that has helped you today.